Hello and welcome to a short video describing the preparation and first flight of my new DJI Mini 4 Pro. Preparation is key. It's important when flying the drone that you have the correct knowledge, equipment and permissions to fly in a safe and responsible manner. Here in the UK there are very few restrictions on the flying of a small sub 250 gram drone like the Mini 4 Pro. I bought my drone as part of a Fly More combo, so it came with extras like a charger, spare batteries and a carry case. There are micro SD card slots on both the drone and the remote control, which allow you to record video footage from either or both of those devices. As the Mini 4 Pro has a camera, it is a legal requirement that it displays a valid operator ID. An operator ID is a unique number allocated by the UK Civil Aviation Authority that identifies the person or organisation responsible for the drone. That's not necessarily the person flying, but for a small drone like this it probably is most of the time. You can obtain an operator ID from the Civil Aviation Authority for a small annual fee. Here you can see the operator ID affixed to the top of my Mini 4 Pro. I have obscured the characters for privacy reasons. The operator ID needs to be attached in such a way that it can be easily read when the drone has landed. Here in the UK, a police officer has a legal right to inspect any drone they reasonably believe has been flying. This is a DJI RC2 controller. It has a very useful touchscreen for adjusting the drone settings. I've also bought a protective cover for the controller. This is useful because it stops glare from the sun, making the screen difficult to read on a sunny day. It also means the controller can be safely stored away without having to unscrew the control sticks. Speaking of control sticks, I also carry some spares in my bag just in case I somehow do manage to lose one. They are quite small and fiddly, so if you drop one in the long grass, the chances of finding it are slim to nil. There are also spare propellers in my bag and a decent screwdriver to replace them. The screwdriver is a Phillips size 0, PH0. The screwdriver that comes with a Fly More combo is pretty useless, so it's a good idea to get a sturdy replacement. I also carry several spare batteries. You can get around 30 minutes out of a battery if you fly steadily in normal mode. If you flick the drone into sports mode or make it work harder by flying into the wind, the battery depletes a lot faster. However, the drone will automatically return to home as soon as it thinks the battery is getting too low. So now I've got everything I need to fly, there are a couple more checks to do before I actually take off. I have an app called Drone Assist on my phone, which allows me to check for flight restrictions in the area I intend to fly. There are certain areas, around major airports and prisons for example, where it is a criminal offence to fly your drone. It is, however, sometimes possible to fly in a restricted zone if you obtain the necessary permissions beforehand. I would also check the weather forecast using an app on my mobile called UAV Forecast. This will tell me if the wind and visibility are suitable for flying. It's also worth noting that the Mini 4 Pro is not designed for operation in any sort of precipitation, be that rain, hail or snow. Okay, so that's all the prelims done, now time to get airborne. The drone needs to be on a level surface. Given its small size, it doesn't have a lot of clearance beneath the propellers when it's down on the ground. And this is it, the beautiful Northumbrian countryside, just a few miles away from Alnwick if anyone is interested. Really beautiful flying conditions today, blue skies with a tiny bit of sea fret hugging the coast a couple of miles into the distance. Wind is around 3 miles per hour with the occasional gust of no more than about 8 miles per hour. As this is my first flight, I'm going to take things nice and gently to begin with, having a bit of a circle around this field. Until I've had a bit more practice, I'm not going to risk flying over water or in built up areas. Remember that you need to keep your drone in a visual line of sight at all times. These lime kilns were constructed in the late 18th century when there was a local demand for quicklime to spread on the fields. The area of scrubland you can see used to be the nearby limestone quarry. The Mini 4 Pro has a very good obstacle avoidance system with sensors monitoring the drone's surroundings in every direction. The ground here is sloping downwards, so I'm just gently reducing the altitude to see when the drone detects a limited clearance underneath. In normal flight mode, the drone should always take some sort of avoiding action when it detects a nearby hazard. A hazard of a different kind now, with the approach of a dog and its owner just as my battery is getting low. I'm going to keep the drone in the air a while longer until the dog is safely passed, because I don't want to frighten it. And that completes today's maiden flight. I hope to be airborne again soon. Thanks for watching.